My name is Bobby Kasanga, originally from Peckham, South East London. I'm the founder of Hackney Football Club, Hackney's first semi-professional football team. As a youth, football was my life. When I went to year 7, that's when I guess your eyes are opened up to the gangs. Maybe a bit of vandalism and just antisocial behaviours, but then it kicked on into us going to steal mopeds, robbing mobile phones, selling drugs and holding guns, holding knives. I ended up in prison for a conspiracy to rob cash in transit vans. So we was robbing security vans. About 2005 to 2006, everybody was doing it, like, as a young person. And then over time, when you don't stop, you end up getting caught, and then that's what happened with me. One of my friends had been killed that same day because of these robberies. Before I knew it, I was arrested for murder. I remember when the judge remanded me and saying you was going to Feltham prison, I cried. I literally cried, I broke down. I was thinking, what have I done with my life? I couldn't blame anyone for my criminality, but then you look at the things like peer pressure, parents' household income, the neighbourhood you grew up in, inequalities and lack of opportunities, and see how that all affects us. And I think the most important thing was seeing so many talented young footballers in prison and seeing how remarkable they were, like, and they didn't know anything about semi-professional football. And so that's why I sort of set myself a goal that once I was released, I needed to create a sort of platform for some of these young people. I think we're in Suffolk right now, so it's a bit of a long drive, but and that's part of why we went to become a semi-pro club, to actually get the kids and the young people out of the area and make them see different environments, basically. I got released from prison on the 24th of February 2015. My mum was living in the Homerton area, so I just went to the local park to sort of get a bit of fitness. And I saw these young players just playing there, and they looked really good. And I said, is there not a local team in Hackney? And everyone was like, nah, there's no team in Hackney. Like, everyone goes to play the Hackney Marshes, but Hackney doesn't have a semi-professional team. And then light bulb switch just went in my head. Yes, well done! Go Jermaine! Oh, go Jermaine! Oh my God! I'm gonna create the first Hackney semi-pro team. They was kind of laughing at me. Literally within 6 weeks, the idea was implemented, and yeah, I carried it out. And my whole thing was that how could I change these youths' perspective and get people to play for the team, but also do good in the community. So I came up with the idea that if you play for the football club, you had to subscribe to volunteering at least 2 hours every single month to local causes. Well done. We're linking up with a record company soon who want to give a couple of our players internships or things like that. We know that we'll be giving one of these kids 2 years worth of employment just through our football club. So those are the things that help us keep going. We want to show the kids that, look, we are your role models. You don't need to go and follow the gang members. You don't need to go and follow what the crowd is doing. Do things differently. And that's why we've got our motto, think outside the blocks, to get them to think outside the blocks that they live in, to think out bigger and to show them that the world is more than just their local estates. Being a black-owned football team, you don't want it to fail, because you want to be the example that other people say, you know what, I want to create a football team as well. I can do it. If Bobby's done it, I can do it too.